Still ride the treadmill.
You still ride the treadmill?
I still ride the treadmill.
You mean walk the treadmill?
I ride the treadmill.
Welcome to the Michael Yo Show. It's Michael Yo. Thanks for joining us. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you for all the love on the big podcast here, and I'm very happy. This is the first time I think we've done it in this studio. Please welcome Mama and Papa Yo to the studio.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is this your first time in the studio?
This is my first time in the studio.
Yeah? You need to get closer to the mic, Mom. That's how this works. You know that, right? You need to talk into the mic.
Okay.
Also joining us is Alex. What's up, Alex?
Hey, what's up?
So Alex has seen y'all on my Instagram all the time. This is your first time meeting Alex. Alex is the brains behind everything. He puts this all this together, so he does a great job. Alex, I want you to start off with the first question for Mama and Papa Yo. What question do you have for them about me or anything? Because they answer anything.
All right, I have a question for you guys. When Michael was growing up, did you ever picture him being a comedian? What did you think he was going to go into? Because I think when a lot of parents think, oh, I want to be a comedian, their first reaction is probably like, are you sure? What was your reaction when you find out Michael wanted to do comedy? I know that was a little bit later in life.
Way later in life.
Way later.
But the first time you heard.
The first time that you heard he wanted to do comedy, did you support it? Did you not? How'd you react?
Well, in my case, I always support my son. So if he wanted to do comedy, I say, that's good. Let's go for it.
But did you think it was going to be funny?
No, I didn't know at the time. But you know,
I mean, you had
work
a
it
gut
out.
feel. What'd you feel when I said I'm going to try stand-up comedy? What'd you feel?
Well, I felt that you could do it.
Really?
Yeah, I did. I felt you could do it.
You always funny. You and your dad always carry on, so I know you can handle.
But my dad at all the dinners, and stuff, he was the funny one.
I know.
He was always the funny one. Mm-hmm. He's just not funny in real life. If it's not at a dinner, he wasn't funny.
For the stranger.
That's right. He's not funny with strangers.
A stranger, once he get used to them, he's funny.
Yeah.
He kind of shy.
Are you shy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm very shy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
very shy.
Yeah, but so you're not shy, though. You talk to everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, and I like your hat.
Well,
that Yo hat.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, man.
Paid a lot of money for this hat.
Yeah, I charge you double.
I know.
Yeah, $100 for that hat.
I found out that
this Yo hat travel all over the world.
Yeah.
You know that.
And you say people stop you and ask you what it means.
Yeah, and I tell them, it's my son's business.
Okay, I wanna talk to you about flying off the treadmill at home because we've never talked about this on the podcast. This is the fun. So I want you. So my dad walks 2 hours a day. Is that what it is at home?
Average.
But 2 miles per hour.
2 miles per hour. Okay.
Yeah.
2 hours a day. So my dad's walking 2 miles per hour, 2 hours a day. I get this call, and I think it was a FaceTime, and I see my dad all bruised up, and my mom goes, "Your dad just flew off the treadmill." And another picture I want you. My dad walks in the treadmill in his underwear. So my dad's naked on the treadmill, just in his underwear. So what happened? Tell us what happened on the treadmill, Dad.
Well, everything was going fine at the 2 miles per hour. But I hold the treadmill right above the place where there's a 12 mile per hour button. And my thumb slipped and it hit the 12 mile per hour button. And at the time it hit it, man, I started running.
You tried to run 12 miles?
I tried to catch up with it.
You tried to run 12 miles?
I tried to run.
You didn't know what to do because you didn't know what to do.
Man. It happened so fast, I didn't know to stand on the rails and all of that. So I was trying to keep up with it.
So you trying to run 12 miles per hour. How long did that last?
About 3 seconds.
And then what happened?
And then it threw me off the treadmill through the back end. And I hit the wall, and I made a dent in the wall.
And so there's a dent in the wall.
Yeah.
And what hurt? Did you? I know you were bruised up, right?
Yeah,
hit the knee.
It scraped skin all the way from the ankle all the way up to the knee on my right leg.
So did you get up yourself, or did you call for my mom? What happened?
Oh no, I got it myself. I got back on the treadmill.
You got back on.
Oh yeah.
Did you get back on the treadmill? Okay.
The first thing I did is I take in the emergency room.
Oh, you went to the emergency room.
I don't recall going to the
Yeah.
emergency room.
You
No,
were knocked out. You don't
office.
remember? You were in concussion
No, I didn't
protocol.
I don't remember
No,
going to
we
emergency.
went to doctor office. The doctor sent him they take an X-ray all there.
Okay. And you're all good now.
I'm all good.
You
Well, I
so-
was good then. I didn't break anything.
No, that must mean you got strong bones.
I got strong bones?
Because you're 78 years
know.
old, flew off a treadmill and didn't break anything?
Well, I wasn't 78 at the time.
76, whatever.
Something like
You
that.
70-something.
Yeah.
And
70.
still, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, but everything's fine now.
Yeah.
I still ride the treadmill.
You still ride the
I
treadmill.
still ride the
You
treadmill.
mean walk the treadmill?
I ride the treadmill.
So, what do you do on the treadmill? You watch movies, right?
Yeah, I watch
Okay,
movies.
so let's talk about what's your favorite show you've seen recently?
Movie wise?
Movie, TV, whatever.
Okay.
Or even if you rewatch stuff, what's your
well,
favorite?
I did like Jeffrey Dahmer movie.
That's did you watch it, Mom?
No, I wasn't there.
Into the mic.
No, I wasn't there to watch that kind of movie.
Does it? See, I think my mom's like me. It surprises me why people watch movies
Yeah.
like that. Like, what's your fascination? Do you like that kind of stuff, Alex?
Oh yeah, I love all the dark stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
Like, what do you get from that?
I just wanted to see his story. You know, I wanted to see more about it and see the documentary.
Anything
you said
surprised you
not
about it?
documentary. No, it didn't surprise me. It's just he likes dark meat.
He loves dark meat. It's like a buffet. Like, I'll pass on the dark meat. Give me that dark meat right there. Give me the dark. One of my friends was his first dark meat victim on the show. So Sean,
really?
yeah, man, he crushed it in acting.
Yeah.
So yeah, he did like the dark meat.
Apparently so.
That's right. That's right. What have you seen lately, Mom? You're into your Korean.
It's just news like that. I don't really
You
watch.
listen. So my mom, the parents are staying with me for like 3 weeks here. But every morning we walk into the kitchen. I walk into the kitchen. My mom is walking. She does this exercise for like an hour, right? Just all around the kitchen. And you listen to something. What are you listening to?
Oh, like a radio soap opera.
In
Kinda
Korean,
weird.
right?
Yeah, like a weird story. They wrote it and somebody read it.
So do you feel listening is just as good as watching it? Because
Yeah.
it's made for audio, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Is it just, do you get involved in it as like, just like TV?
Yeah.
What's it called?
I don't
You don't know which one you watch?
They
We got
have a
Korean
one-
people that watch this podcast.
No, I
so.
know, but they have all different story every day. Somebody write them their own story, so somebody read it. So that's what I'm listening.
Okay. and Dad, so you're 78
Yes.
and you're 70.
71.
71?
Yeah.
Wow.
She told me she was.
Yeah, don't forget my age.
mind.
You don't
71.
never.
I thought when'd you turn? Okay, this year you turned 7. Wow. 71 and 78. Now, how do you still, because I'm old, but I still feel young. Do you still feel young or you feel old?
Oh, I feel so young.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't feel any different?
Oh yeah, I feel different.
okay.
Definitely. It's more aches and pains. but-
Yeah.
And mentally, I think I'm okay.
No,
though.
you are sometimes. You just like to argue. That's it. Both of y'all like to argue for no reason. Y'all
That's
just
a part of our fun.
I know. Was it always like that? Y'all just always argue? Like fun, like playful arguing.
Yeah. We
From the
always
beginning.
like that.
I don't know. I can't remember back that far. You know, we've been married 49 years.
I know next year is 50.
Yeah, and that's a long time to remember back for me.
Did you ever think you'd be married 50 years?
Didn't think so. But, you know, I had no idea how long this was going to last. I had no
Excuse me. Excuse me. What?
I just didn't have any.
You just went in with you
just went in, man.
Yeah.
Just went in and see what happens.
Yeah, nobody knows.
Nobody knows what's going to happen because
So,
you look at TV. How many people get divorced? They didn't expect that to
But
happen.
it was different when I mean, when people got divorced when I was young, it was like you kept it quiet. Like it was very frowned upon. Now it's just like drive-through divorces. Like, like what's the thing that's changed the biggest to you? And this is for both of y'all from when you were growing up to now. Like the biggest change that you've seen. It could be anything.
Socially or
it could be technology. Anything.
Oh, technology it definitely would be the iPhone.
Yeah.
That's something that, and how many things the iPhone can do. You got one instrument that can do almost everything for you. That's the most miraculous thing that I've can.
But you don't partake in that. Like you still old school. You don't really even have your phone around that much.
No, but I still appreciate what the iPhone can do. Yes.
Yeah. What about you, Mom?
well, I was really surprised by my iWatch yesterday morning.
Oh, still.
Oh, yeah.
I was
Tell
bang
everybody-
on my face on the counter, try break something. My watch said, "Did you fall?"
Yeah.
I was surprised. Then they asked me, "You want me to call 911?"
Yeah, it's great now. If you get in an accident, and you have that's their whole. It's funny. That's their whole campaign on TV now. iWatch can save your life, and it really can. Like you hear stories we hear stories on the news. Somebody get a car accident, and then the iWatch will just call the cop 911.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. I read Steve Jobs's book, and he goes his plan when he developed the iPhone was he just didn't want it to be a phone. He wanted it to be part of a person.
Yeah.
And he accomplished that.
Yeah.
Now it's almost like I hear people go, people use it too much, but it's like, I think no matter when it came out, people were going to use it too much. It's kind of like when I was growing up, people before your time was like, why you let your kids watch TV? Well, because it's there. And now people are going, why you let them watch your phone? Because it's there. And guess what? Next generation are going to have something else. So you can't be stuck in the past.
Yeah.
Like that. Alex, any other questions?
Yeah, I have a deep cut question.
Ooh, here we go.
So-
Here we go.
Yeah,
Deep
so
cut.
I think that this is much less now. I'm prefacing it, but my wife is Asian, and we get looks sometimes from people, like, for
Oh,
some
yeah,
reason,
yeah.
When like an Asian woman is with somebody who's not Asian,
Yeah.
people look at you, and again, not all the time, but it does happen. But I'm curious to ask your parents, growing up in a different era, did people look at you guys like you would never be together, or like it was weird? But I think it's getting better. And what do you guys think on that?
Well, I'll let her answer that because I hardly notice other people noticing me. I'm too concentrated on what I'm going to do. Like I'm
He's
very
calculated.
yeah, I'm very focused.
My dad doesn't really look around.
Yeah.
Like Claire, my wife, and not to change the subject, but my wife always tells me people like look at us. But I never noticed because I'm used, or maybe you're just used to people looking at you.
No, I wasn't used to it. I just never noticed.
Yeah. What about you, Mom?
Oh yeah, I noticed.
You noticed what?
see.
What they're looking at us. What they doing there? Are
what they doing?
couple?
Oh, okay.
Or like that kind of look.
'Cause
That's a strange look.
Because you got married in what year?
73.
So you realize, Alex, interracial marriage was legalized in '67. That's just 6 years after.
I did not even know
You
that.
see, wasn't
Yeah,
aware
I
of that
didn't
either.
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
It was made into law that you could marry interracially in 1967.
See, we didn't know that.
They're just 6 years after that. How crazy is that?
That's crazy.
Right? And you didn't even know that.
I didn't until today. I didn't know that. You brought it up.
Yeah.
That's how I know now.
My dad has an interesting story. Is because I always ask him. Well, not always. I asked him a couple times. Because you always hear stories of black people and a lot of racial things going against them, and a lot of racism. And I remember asking my dad, and he goes, "You never really saw it when you were growing up because you just lived in an area where there were no white people, right?"
And when I was growing up, now when I went to my undergraduate college, like I told you before,
You started you started at Oklahoma, and then
Oklahoma State University.
yeah.
I did notice that off campus a lot because this town was segregated.
The town was segregated.
Yeah. Stillwater was segregated.
So when a town, because I don't know what that means as far as the town. Does that mean like black folks lived on one side of town and
No, I meant the businesses wouldn't let black people go into them to do the business. Like restaurants, you couldn't go in a restaurant to eat and things like that.
So I have a question on that. So I've always wondered this, but like, because when we think about this, we were taught this in school, but it seems like it was longer ago than it actually was. And your dad lived through it. My question is, what did they do with people like me? Like I'm not black, right? But I'm brown. So like if I went into a segregated town, would they let me in, or how does that work?
Now, you see, I can't answer that question because I don't know. I really don't know that. But we did demonstrate out there at my college, and we did have the segregation ban lifted on the restaurants, at least.
The restaurants, all the restaurants.
Yes, in Stillwater.
Well, I went to the Civil Rights Museum in North Carolina when I was performing out there. It was amazing because it was actually in the Woolworths, I believe that was a store, where four black students sat at the counter where only white people could sit. And it started a revolution. And it's interesting. Money changes a lot of things. When a store saw they're going to lose a lot of money, they sure change policies quick. It's about money, and it always is about money. They wouldn't let black people eat at the restaurant until they said they're going to stop going to the store. And then the store was losing too much money, and they were like, yo, we got to change these rules. So when y'all protested, why do you think the restaurants changed? Was it a money thing? Was it just an image thing? Because a lot, the image was already there. So why do you think they changed?
I'm not really sure. I can't answer that.
How long did y'all march for?
Oh, we marched for months. Yes, many months. And
did people, what I saw in North Carolina, people from other schools would come, not just your school would march, but people would come from all over to march, like surrounding schools. Was that the case with yours, or was it the same people?
I didn't notice that in our case. It was mostly local students at Iowa State University doing the marching.
Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State. Yeah.
And were you ever scared, or?
No, I wasn't scared. I'm not scared, even now. I'll march now. I'm not scared.
You're not scared.
I'm not scared.
There's got to be a level of something could happen back then, right?
Yeah, well, sure.
So were y'all peaceful protests?
Oh, yeah, of course. We were peaceful.
Okay. Well, because that was what was taught at that time, right?
Well, I think that was the right thing to do. Yeah. We didn't want to be violent.
No. I'm not saying be violent, but I'm saying, like, did they teach you? Because I've just seen the movies where they like peaceful protests. They could hit you. They could do this. They could do that, but you don't hit back. Like, did y'all go through all that?
Oh, they never hit us. That did not happen in Stillwater. Now, I don't know what would have happened if that had happened in Stillwater, but I
can't see somebody hitting you and you would be okay with it.
No, I can't see that either. But it never happened. It never happened.
Yeah, lucky for them.
Yeah.
So they didn't line up and call y'all names or anything like that?
I don't recall anybody calling us names.
Wow.
No, I don't recall that.
Did you ever go into the restaurant?
It's a small town now,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, did you ever go after you could go into that restaurant? Did you ever go in?
Yes, we did.
How was the food?
Good.
Okay.
You don't know who spit on your foot.
Well, if you don't know, you don't know. You assume everything is good.
And for you, Mom, like, your mom was an angel, and like growing up in Korea and then coming to America, what was the toughest thing at the beginning for you? Was it just the language barrier the toughest thing, or what?
Deal with your granddaddy was the toughest thing for me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, your granddaddy didn't like me at all, so that was the toughest thing to deal with.
Why he didn't like you?
Because I'm Asian.
I like how my dad just.
I looked at Alex over there.
He's like, "Save me, Alex! Save me!
I ain't gonna save you.
Throw me a raft over here." Now, how long did you keep it? Because I imagine you didn't tell my dad right off. How long did you this go on before you said something to my dad?
But after 6 months, I started telling him your dad didn't like me at all. Mm-hmm. And he don't believe it. He think his dad is an angel. He's a
So
devil.
what made you discover that he was mean?
We did a test, didn't we?
You did a test?
Yeah. What did we do to convince
I
me?
told him your dad didn't like me. He did not believe me. I said, let's go ask him.
Okay. So
So
that was
we
the
did.
test? You just went up and asked him?
Uh-huh.
So my dad asked, did you ask?
Yeah.
Did I ask? Okay.
And what so my dad goes up, do you like my wife?
I know the answer was no.
The answer was no. And then what happened?
We moved.
You moved.
We were living in the apartment behind the house where my dad and his wife lived. My mother. So we moved to an apartment in Pasadena.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
wow.
Yeah. So-
And that's where I grew up?
Uh-huh.
Oh, is that our
But
first house?
No,
It was an
Pasadena was
Oh, it
an
was an
apartment.
Yeah.
So
Because I don't know this. I grew up in an apartment. But
no,
that
no,
only
you
took-
did not. As soon as you born, we moved to home.
Oh, okay. This was
Yeah.
before y'all had me.
Yeah. Well, I think I had you in hospital. We stayed in that apartment a couple of weeks. Then we moved to house because the house we built that time.
So family kind of broke up. You broke up with your parents. Kind of, you told her you're leaving with my mom. So you move into this apartment in Pasadena. You have me. Then what happens with the whole family?
Oh, we were good.
So after I was born, they came around, or was it?
Oh
before?
yeah.
Yeah, they came around.
Yeah, even we were moving. Your
Yeah.
dad helping us
Yeah.
move.
Yeah, he glad to get her out of there. Yeah, he helped to get it.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
Yeah, no, it was fun at the time.
Oh man.
What do you guys think of the jokes where Michael mentions you guys? Because he mentions you guys a lot, and the impressions are spot on. So, do you like that he tells jokes about you? Do you care? Does it bother you a little bit? Do you think some of the things he says aren't true?
Well, to me, it doesn't bother me at all. And I know some of the things he said aren't exactly.
No, yeah, like I always say, I take stories and I heighten them, but
Yeah.
it starts from a real place. It starts
Yeah.
from a real place. What is my mom?
Yeah, 'cause
she
you
was
have-
so scared about my last special, Alec, because I didn't let him see it, and my mom was freaking out, thinking I was going to say something horrible about it. And then she saw it, she was like, "Oh, why were you so scared?"
About what?
Oh, this last special, you were so scared. You would call me and threaten me about the last special. The last special.
Oh, yeah, because I don't want you to use me as curse word toward me. I do not approve of that. I don't want nobody to use a curse word on me. So that's why I said, don't you ever do that.
And I did. I never have.
Well, that's a matter of opinion.
I never have. If you listen to the one joke I said, it wasn't even calling you anything. It was a hypothetical. It's a hypothetical.
And also, once before that stupid lady called me that B word, I didn't like that at all.
What
And
lady?
What's her name? What's her name?
I don't know which lady you're
Churchy
talking.
lady.
She called you a bee?
Yes. And you just listen. You don't say nothing.
I don't remember that.
Oh yeah, right. I listen. I know. I have a ear. I can hear.
I don't remember that at all.
Who's this, Michael?
Huh?
Who is she talking about?
I think Chelsea. Chelsea. When I was on Chelsea lately. Oh, I don't remember that.
I didn't like that at all. She don't have no respect. That lady don't have no respect for the elderly. I tell you.
Oh, okay.
She needs some education by manner.
Okay, then.
All right, Mama Yo getting it out.
All right, Mama Yo.
There you go, Mama Yo.
Mama, what if they use a curse word, but it's positive?
Like example.
Like,
I don't
like if
know.
somebody say that, I'm sorry, pardon my words here. I'm being respectful as I can. If somebody says "Mama Yo" is the shit.
Well, I don't hear it as a compliment. No,
Okay.
I
As a
do
compliment.
not a compliment. So I don't like that at all.
Oh, okay.
Just
My mom
a-
doesn't like cursing at all.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
just
She
okay.
won't even go to the movies my dad goes to.
Yeah,
'cause of the
I don't
cursing.
want. Yeah, so.
Okay. I didn't mean that towards you. I was just using
Oh, I
that as
know
an
what you're
example.
talking.
Yeah.
Try give me example. I know that.
Yeah.
All right, so 50 years. It's about to be 50
About
years
to be
next
50
year.
years.
Next year, November 19th. Don't
November
forget.
19th, day before my birthday.
Yeah, you shouldn't forget.
I should. We're gonna throw a big party.
Yeah.
Now, Mama, you got to tell me how to set it up. I don't know what band. We're gonna have a band. We're gonna have food.
Oh,
we're gonna have
my
family. It'll be great. Gonna see my dad dance.
Yeah. We're
How's
gonna
it
have
feel?
a-
Feels good.
Yeah,
Feels good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Does it really?
Yeah, it does.
All right. How about you, Mom? Feel good?
Yeah, be with him for 50 years. I knew that we were.
And she enjoyed
I need a reward. I love it. I love it. All right. Well, we're going to do this again in a couple days. So you keep bringing on your questions for Mama and Papa Yo. Thank you for joining the podcast.
You're welcome.
All right.
Thanks for having us.
And keep subscribing below right there. Subscribe. Leave your comments. We love you guys. See you next time on the Michael Yo Show. Later.